Florida is now experiencing a complete collapse.
This is the U.S. departures area of Montreal's Trudeau Airport, which is particularly quiet at the height of summer. And one of the most visible signs Canadians are staying away. Traveling to the U.S. under Donald Trump can carry a lot of emotional baggage.
He created an atmosphere that's very hostile for us.
So it is a ghost town.
For many along John's Pass, business has been falling short.
It's the slowest year we've had since 2020.
Perhaps Florida has never been this quiet. Florida, the land that millions of Canadians once called their second home, now seems to be losing its own warmth. So, what really happened?
Floridians are hurting. Over the last few years, everything has gotten more expensive, from the cost of groceries to the cost of housing.
Tourists are avoiding Florida like it has emotional herpes. Florida tourism is down, beach businesses are dying, and the people are somehow surprised about it. Come to Florida, where the sun burns your skin and the governor burns your identity. It's so politically toxic that even the alligators are switching parties.
So it looks like some Florida beach community businesses are struggling with a lack of summer tourism. And it looks like they can't seem to figure out why.
For us either. I don't know if it's the hurricane, the economy, a mix of the two, but we've definitely been, everybody around here that I spoke to has been down about 30%.
But, I have a couple of ideas as to why this is possibly happening. I'm gonna venture a guess and say that it has something to do that happened back in November of 2024. I mean, our Canadian neighbors from the north are cutting back on traveling to the US. And even other international visitors are cutting back on traveling to the US because of political tensions. And it looks like spending from international visitors is looking to drop by $8.5 billion this year, as estimates show. Also, people have less disposable income because of rising cost of food, as well as bills and everything else.
Last year, Canadians made over 20 million visits to the US and spent more than $20 billion here. But this year, many are not coming to America.
Florida has over 2 million empty homes, yet it's still one of the most unaffordable places to live. Let's make this make some sense.
If illegal immigrants, undocumented, unregistered, illegal immigrants in the state of Florida were stealing U.S. jobs, and that the only reason why U.S. citizens couldn't get a job anymore is because of all these illegal immigrants that are criminals, why is it that a month later, after one of the biggest raids on construction sites in Florida happened, why is it most of those jobs are still vacant? Why is it that a bunch of U.S. citizens didn't run to start taking on all of those jobs that now became free because all of the illegal immigrants that are supposedly criminals are detained or have been deported out of the state and the country? I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't want to apply logic and reason when it seems to be in scarce supply here. But what I know is that apparently this administration and this governor of Florida has preached this whole big narrative that we need to get rid of the illegal immigrants because they're criminals. But yet the stats that are coming back now show that less than 30% of the immigrants that were detained or in detainment right now at ICE facilities or have been deported out of the country don't even have a criminal record. So you're detaining people on the pretenses they might cause a crime. That's fine because we've got an actual felon in the White House, but yet nobody has a problem with that.
Florida beaches are empty because racism don't pay the bills. Now those beaches and businesses are empty in Florida, and the business owners are scratching their head. They're like, I don't understand what's happening and why this is going on. This is what happens when you build your entire platform on bigotry and fear. When you spend years attacking immigrants, the very people who visit your state, spend money in your hotels, eat at your restaurants, buy your tacky ass beach towels, don't act shocked when they stop showing up. And understand, it's not just tourists who aren't coming to Florida. When you squeeze the working class like a lemon, there is no juice left for joy. You think people got beach money right now? People can't even afford to go outside. And all those Trump tariffs, those weren't on corporations. Those were Trump taxes on us. Prices went up, jobs got cut, and now folks are choosing between groceries and gas, not plane tickets to Clearwater. And y'all made Florida a hostile environment, honestly. And not just for immigrants, but also for black people, LGBTQ, teachers, hell, even librarians. Y'all made the beach a battleground. failed. So now it's just you and those overpriced souvenir stands collecting dust. And now conservative business owners are mad. But they're mad at the consequences of the policies that they voted for. Baby, this ain't karma. This is cause and effect. Conservative policies destroy communities, period. So ask yourself, how long are you guys going to continue to vote against your own business?
Florida has averaged 180,000 homes for sale. That's the largest number in state history.
And whether it's the high cost of insurance, moving after hurricanes, or rising condo fees, more people than ever before are...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, Florida MAGA supporters, they are regretting their vote. I want you guys to watch this video till the end and see what it is happening in Florida right now. Then I'll be back with more comment. I'm your host, Dash Lifestyle. Remember to give a video a thumbs up, and also remember this video, it is only for education purpose.
Catastrophic loss to tourism in Florida just from Canadians.
A lot of them will not come because of Trump and what was going on with Canada. They just don't want to come and spend their money here. The cost of living here has changed a lot. Everything went up.
It's no secret Canadian snowbirds haven't been flocking to South Florida lately. President Trump's immigration rules and tariffs have caused controversy in Canada.
The greater Fort Lauderdale is expecting up to 150,000 fewer visitors from Canada. You know, they make up one of the largest groups of international visitors to South Florida. According to Visit Lauderdale, Canadian visitors...
Trump has cost South Florida $90 million and climbing just from Canadians. Just from Canadians. But wait, it gets worse. Did you know the entire world is boycotting the United States of America in tourism? Did you know that we are right now on track to lose $31 billion in tourism alone just in 2025? And that is an estimate. And yes, it has grown. Trump is destroying the USA. Do you agree? Have you canceled your trips to the USA? Drop your comments below.
Folks, I'm at a home building site in Florida, and there's literally no one here. This place is a ghost town. You can see on this side, they have the completed homes that no one's living in. On this side, they have the homes that are still under construction, and there's quite literally not a soul on these streets. And this is obviously reminiscent of what we saw in the beginning of the last housing crash, where we had these ghost town home building sites, and we're seeing more and more of these. I'm in Lakewood Ranch right now, which is near Sarasota and Bradenton, and there's just so many homes for sale. And the prices here are dropping and dropping by a lot. According to data on Reventure app, the values are down 6.6% over the last 12 months. We think they could go down maybe another 9 to 10% over the next 12 months, given how much inventory is on the market. And these builders are a key reason why. Because as the builders keep flooding the market with this inventory, it's going to mean more downward pressure on prices. Some of these homes are 4-bedroom, 3-bath, listed for around $520,000, which is still a price point that people can't afford in 2025 down here on the west coast of Florida. I mean, that mortgage payment's $3,500, $3,600 a month. While this area is a bit more affluent, that's still a really expensive mortgage payment. It's over $40,000 a year, and thus these completed houses continues to sit empty, and we have even more of these new houses coming to market. To see how much home prices are dropping in your area in Florida, go to...
Whoa, hold on. The news is out. Newsweek is out about Florida. Florida real estate. Florida real estate, not just part of the state, the whole state is crashing. The whole state is suffering. Prices are falling and falling fast throughout the state. Why? We've been talking about it on this channel for over 2 years. Taxes are high, HOA fees are high, insurance continues to go higher and higher and higher. That's if you can even get it. Florida real estate is in big trouble, and Newsweek spells it out. Basically what I've been saying for over 2 years. You just can't make a decent living in Florida. There's just not enough jobs. There's not enough opportunity. And even if you do have a decent job, the expenses are just getting completely out of hand, and people are now moving out of Florida in droves. Like and follow for more. We'll be talking a lot more about Florida real estate because the crash is on. Like and follow for more.
Florida has over 2 million empty homes, yet it's still one of the most unaffordable places to live. Let's make this make some sense.
So apparently, Florida is in desperate need of construction workers. Imagine that. Yeah. So in the construction industry, they're having a hard time contracting workers. In these extreme temperatures that nobody wants to work in, they're having a hard time finding any gringo workers. But you all were out here complaining, hollering, deport, 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 and they're taking our jobs. And imagine a situation wherein Florida needs construction workers. Hello? Wake up, America. Where's our workers at? Where's these people that are needing all of these jobs? Because apparently there's some openings and there's not a wait list. Might want to go and apply.
So let's break this down. There are over 2 million homes in Florida that are sitting, unused, unoccupied. And yet the state is in a full-blown housing crisis. People can't find affordable housing. Houses just keeps going up like Beyonce's ticket prices. And the kicker, insurance companies are raising premiums like it's a new hurricane every week, and it's nothing even going on right now. Yeah, we've had no new hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico. Wait, in the Gulf of America, we've had nothing. So my question is, who is actually really benefiting in Florida from keeping those homes empty? Because somebody has to be benefiting from that. So they keep the homes empty and the rates high. Then who's really winning in that situation? Really? What's your thought? Why do you think they have so many homes sitting vacant in Florida and why their insurance rates are sky high? What do you think is really going on?
Florida is having an FAFO moment to the tune of $218 million. That is the amount of money that Florida spent to renovate a remote airport training facility into Alligator Alcatraz. Last week, a judge ruled that Alligator Alcatraz needed to be shut down, not because of human rights violations, which we know are happening, but because of environmental impact. Indigenous people groups are celebrating as they shared that this was sacred land and it was destroying wetlands. Florida built this facility on their own dime, hoping that FEMA would reimburse them later down the road. But now that the facility is being shut down, they may be out all of this money. They also are going to have to spend between $15 and $20 million to tear it down. This is all happening when Florida is experiencing a huge budget crisis across the state, along with a real estate crisis. Insurance companies are leaving the state in droves as the climate crisis continues.
So all the illegal immigrants have been hunted by ICE agents all through Florida, and Florida construction, what a shocker, at a standstill. That's right, because while all the illegal immigrants have either been detained by ICE or are hiding because they don't want to even deal with ICE at all, shocker enough, American citizens haven't rushed to take those jobs. That's right, because even though the American citizens have all claimed that illegal immigrants are stealing jobs from Americans, none of them have actually gone out to do those jobs that the immigrants aren't doing anymore. So construction, surprise, sitting at a standstill. You've got vacancies and job openings all over, but yet nobody wants them. Why? Because immigrants of this country were doing jobs that Americans didn't want to do. If I'm wrong, leave a comment. If you agree with me, repost this and share it with more people.
Hey, what's up, America? Florida's housing market begins to collapse on purpose, but it offers a sign of a way out for people to buy their own home for once. So at first, this story will sound bad, but eventually it gets better for the younger generation. So as you know, throughout the United States, houses are very overvalued and not worth the paper they're printed on. A house or a condo that's worth no more than $150,000 is selling for $500,000 in most markets. It's absolute bullshit, and we know that the younger generation will never be able to afford a home because of it. But the state of Florida has done something very interesting. They have increased inspection requirements for your home to be able to be livable, and on top of that, made it necessary that you can afford repair costs. Now, this on the surface sounds like if you bought a new home there, you would have to pay a lot of money, right? Purchase the home, then do repair costs and all this other shit. And that may be, but the price of housing in Florida, specifically in certain areas, is double if not triple the actual value of the home. Meaning the home is worth 150 grand, but it's selling for 500,000 or 600,000. It's kind of bullshit. But now that a lot of these homes now have repair requirements and inspection requirements, these people that are owning these homes can't give them away. So a house that was purchased for, let's say, $60,000 is now going for 20 grand and they can't find a buyer. Because people that have the money don't want to immediately buy a house and start repairing it. And so giant corporations that own lots of condos and houses are just passing on the opportunity for a house that's now 1/3 the cost. And now enter the younger generation. The younger generation, as long as they know how to build and repair things, have an opportunity here. You can now get a house in some locations in Florida for 1/3 of the value that it was, as long as you can come in and do your own repair work and make sure everything's up to the new code standards. So if you can work with your hands and you can actually build and repair and you have any work ethic whatsoever, you can get a home in certain cases for 1/3 of the value, 2/3 off, as long as you buy it and do the work yourself. That's where companies can't compete with people like you and me, because companies want to buy a bunch of them and then have somebody paid to do all the work. But you don't want to pay anybody. You want to buy the house and do the work yourself because you know then you can afford it. So while the housing market and condo market in Florida begins to collapse, you need to think about buying a house for cheap and going down there and repairing it with your own 2 hands and getting it up to code so you can get a house that's basically half off when it's all said and done. If this happens across the entire nation, awesome. But that also, like I said, requires that you have some work ethic. If you don't, this doesn't apply to you. But I gotta tell you, for a house that's 1/3 the cost, I would work day and night for a couple of years to make sure that that gets repaired so I can say I bought a house for 1/3 of the cost that you did. And maybe then in 25 years, my house value will go up artificially 4 times like the boomers got, and I can sit there and pretend that I own the world too. Just kidding, I wouldn't act like a douchebag like that.
Florida is now experiencing a complete collapse. Over the next 3 years, you will see housing prices on the East Coast and the West Coast and the south of Florida drop 30 to 40% over the next 3 years. It's that dire in Florida. And what's causing it all? People are moving out. People simply can't afford to live in Florida. And many people can't afford to fix their homes from the latest storms. It's only going to get worse. If you have property to sell in Florida, you better hurry. You better aggressively get it done, because over the next 3 years, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. It's going to make the 2008 crash look like a picnic. So what is going on right now? You're seeing mass exodus of people. People leaving Florida in droves because it's simply not affordable. Insurance.
Florida beaches are empty because racism don't pay the bills. Now, those beaches and businesses are empty in Florida, and the business owners are scratching their head. They're like, I don't understand what's happening and why this is going on. This is what happens when you build your entire platform on bigotry and fear. When you spend years attacking immigrants, the very people who visit your state, spend money in your hotels, eat at your restaurants, buy your tacky-ass beach tiles. Don't act shocked when they stop showing up. And understand, it's not just tourists who aren't coming to Florida. When you squeeze the working class like a lemon, there is no juice left for joy. You think people got beach money right now? People can't even afford to go outside. And all those Trump tariffs, those weren't on corporations. Those were Trump taxes on us. Prices went up, jobs got cut, and now folks are choosing between groceries and gas, not plane tickets to Clearwater. And y'all made Florida a hostile environment, honestly. And not just for immigrants, but also for black people, LGBTQ, teachers, hell, even librarians. Y'all made the beach a battleground. So now it's just you and those overpriced souvenir stands collecting dust. And now conservative business owners are mad. But they're mad at the consequences of the policies that they voted for. Baby, this ain't karma. This is cause and effect. Conservative policies destroy communities, period. So ask yourself, how long are you guys going to continue to vote against your own business?
Something that I don't think people are talking about enough is that Miami completely died over Memorial Day weekend. I came back from California and the entire city is empty. This boardwalk is normally packed with people. And by the way, I'm not complaining because I love the open air and the easy restaurant reservation. This also means that the unbearable heat is on its way. It's honestly already here. While the rest of the snowbirds get to go back to the Northeast, I'll be here sweating.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how things they are in Florida. Majority of Florida MAGA supporters, they are begging Donald Trump to stop killing the economy, simply because things they are not the same right now in Florida. The houses, they are empty. The tourist people, they are tourists, they are not showing up, simply because of how life it has turned into right now in Florida. And this is not only happening in Florida. We have been seeing this happening in Miami, in Texas. So majority of MAGA people, they are now having a rude awakening. They are now realizing that they put a wrong person in office. Majority of them, they are begging this administration to stop killing the economy, because right now we have been seeing majority of people, Americans people, they have been losing their jobs. We have been seeing a majority of Americans, they cannot even afford basic necessity. So right now, America dream, it is like, it is dead. Right now, America dream, it is dead. And I've been telling you that whatever this administration it is doing, it is bringing America down. This administration, it is not making America great, but it is making America to fall. It is falling America. And right now, majority of Americans, they are now realizing that. So guys, before commenting too much, I want also to share the views of people that have come out and share on the comment section. Let's see what people that are saying in the comment section. So this one is saying that vote red, your business is dead. Exactly. These MAGA people, the Florida people, they went ahead and vote red. They voted against their own interest. You can imagine, these people, they voted for deportation, they voted for racism, but right now they are realizing that racism, it is very expensive. People, they are not showing up in Florida. The houses are expensive, things are expensive, and it has made majority of tourist people to not visit Florida anymore. So Florida, there is no workers. You can imagine, the workers, they are not showing up. So things are not the same in Florida. Right now, this one saying that, remember, governor signed a bill that people couldn't take a break even for water. Who does that? So this one saying that, I wouldn't go to Florida if they paid me. This one is saying that racism is extremely expensive and self-destructive to you and your economy. Red state, get ready for the karma and consequences of your vote. Exactly. So these people, whatever right now they're going through, they're the people, they're the ones who brought all this problem, because black people, they played a big role of warning them. Black people, they tried to warn them, but they didn't listen. So let's see how these people, they will overcome. This one saying that you will be sent to jail just for giving a ride to undocumented people in Florida. Too much hatred for vacationing here. You can imagine, you can be jailed for just riding undocumented. It is so bad. This one saying that Florida have the day and economy that you vote for. You man bankrupted his own casinos. This one saying that MAGA openly supported a POS PDF file. So you know that one. This one saying that sorry, this one saying that stop voting Republican. party vote Democrats, smarter up people. Exactly. This is saying that they are getting what they voted for. Exactly. What right now, what these people that are going through, they are the people who voted for this. I don't know why they are coming out crying. This was saying that pissed off Canadian here. Let MAGA Florida wrote. This one saying that Canadian here vacation in Florida for 3 months past 22 years. Never again. I am done. You vote for Trump and now you paying the price. This was saying that, but sorry guys. This was saying that, hey Floridians, go whistle past the graveyard. What's happening to you now is exactly what you vote for. Last November, Grandpa used to say, be careful what you wish for. Exactly. Be careful what you wished for. These people, they wished to punish black people. They they voted for racism. Right now, they are realizing that racism, it is very expensive, and also voting to punish the other people, it might also come back and punish you. So this was saying that far for time, you all voted for this deal with your stupidity. This was saying that remember when Governor DeSantis directly mocked Canadians who were mad about the 51 state meteoric good times. This one is saying that a Canadian, remember, this one is saying that Florida didn't feel the full impact of things last winter because people had things already blocked. This winter is going to be a completely different story. Canadians are not going to be booking trips to Florida, and honestly, many other countries are supporting Canadian in this. Exactly. So this one is saying that FL doesn't need all those work tourists. This one saying that I am Floridians and even I'm boycotting right now. Toll good for Canadian and other international visitors. This one saying that, and they are still building neighborhoods of vacant house. This one saying that, insulting and threatening the country of your number one tourist by far. Also tend to not have them come and spend money in your country anymore. Exactly. So right now, people they are really avoiding to go in America. Not only in Florida, people they are really avoiding to go in America because of what America it has done, how America it is. We have been seeing how America they have been deporting immigrant people. We have been seeing how America they are treating immigrant people. So because of that, majority of people they are really avoiding to go to America. So this one is saying that Canadians are mad if it's 100% payback and we are just getting started. This one is saying that all the red states that depended on tourism voted against their best interests and thought that people would still want to come there and be treated like crap. Delusional. So you can see how things they are. And also guys, you can share your thought in the comment section. I'll be reading it in my next video. So kindly guys, thanks so much. Subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share, and also comment. See you in my next one guys. Bye bye.